So when it comes to Star Trek, I'm a big fan. I've seen every single episode except for the really early ones, from Generation on to Deep Space Nine to Voyager to all the movies. You name it, I've seen it, even some of the animation series, so almost all of it. And when it came to Picard, I was one of the people that were going, this isn't a great series. I kind of need to apologize. Here's why. Picard grapples with an explosive, life-altering revelation while the Titan and her crew try to outmaneuver a relentless Vadic in a lethal game of nautical cat and mouse. Meanwhile, Raffi and uncover a nefarious plot from a vengeful enemy Starfleet has long since forgotten. So when it came to season 1 of Picard, I loved the pilot episode. I thought it was fast, entertaining, wonderful to see Jean-Luc Picard back on our screens. But then the first season became a nostalgic look at Picard and Starfleet, and there were so many deep monologues, but not a lot happening within the story, and so that drove us off quite a way from wanting to continue to watch it. I was very disappointed with season 1. When season 2 came in, it started much the same way. The first 5 episodes were slow, very nostalgic look back at what was once Star Trek, and all these kind of monologues not really feeding into the arc. But then I didn't know that they were cleverly setting up a really interesting story that leads us now into season 3. So season 2, the last half of season 2, finished with a bang and was some of the best Star Trek episodes I've seen in a long while. Now, I'm a massive fan of New Frontiers, but so far, the new season of Picard is rivaling even that in storyline. It has this mixture of nostalgic characters coming back on screen, the ones that you love to see, mixing a lot of Star Trek worlds from to 9 to Picard to some others that you're going to see, and probably, if you're a Star Trek fan, have a big smile on your face. The thing that they don't do is nostalgia for nostalgic reason. They've managed to write a story that comes together, bringing kind of all walks of Star Trek fandom or storylines or characters, putting them together in a story that makes sense, that feels relevant to the Star Trek that we have now in Picard, which is really sad as well, because this is the final season of Picard. Apparently we're not getting more, although we have been hinted at other stories within this world, maybe with some of those characters again. But when it comes to Picard being the title character, apparently this is the final season, which is crazy to me because the pacing, the story feels so like we've been watching Star Trek for ages. It feels like the 7th or 8th season of Picard. They've really found their footing. From the graphics, which look great, it feels like they've been given a better budget. From the story that feels really fresh. From the dialogue that feels correct to the Star Trek that we used to watch. From Generations to Voyager to Deep Space Nine. It just feels like they've really found the right foot to go ahead on this story. I was riveted from episode 1 to the episode 6 that I've been given. I haven't seen the last 4, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna finish well. I will obviously come back once I have the final 4 episodes. I was given these to review, and I went in with a bit of a grumbly face and thought, yeah, I don't know. Will I like this? Do I even want to review it? But I much prefer to review stuff that I'm enjoying, because it's really hard coming down on entertainment that is hard to watch, right? So you don't want to be negative, because you know how hard it is to make these creators. If you've come from my background, you would have worked in film and TV and shorts and written stuff. I've done all that, so I know whenever I come down something hard, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to say anything negative, but you have to be authentic, otherwise your people that watch you won't like it. So I can say with a hand on the heart, this has done an about turn, an about face. So if you were on board in season 1 already, you're gonna love season 3. If you've been going teetering with them, watching it because you love Star Trek, so anything Star Trek, new Star Trek, you will enjoy, but are able to put the differences aside because you know this is a new thing, they're doing something different. But now it does feel like they've found that golden thread. I don't know why I'm doing that, maybe a golden egg, and they found something that's actually pretty damn good, which makes me sad because I want to watch more of this season. If it had started like this, I think we probably would have ended up with more seasons, unless Patrick Stewart couldn't be signed for more seasons because he's going to be doing some X-Men stuff apparently. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Picard so far, and when you watch the new episodes, if you do, let me know how much better you think it is, because I think it's fantastic. A really fun, entertaining ride that feels at home in its writing and its characters. Nostalgic, but not for nostalgic's sake. I can't rate it yet because I haven't seen all the episodes, but so far it's going to be a high 4, maybe teetering on that 5, which I haven't done for a third season of a series in a long time. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What is your favorite Star Trek movie ever? And I'm guessing most will say Wrath of Khan, but maybe it might be different. And what is your favorite TV series when it comes to Star Trek? Depending on when you grow up, you'll probably have a different favorite. Ours is probably Voyager, but I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like the Picard ones, or even before that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on what is the best to you. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.